Heather, it's Friday.
Yeah, we know. It is the greatest day of the week.
It is. Absolutely. No work tomorrow. Just got paid today. Everybody's been working for the weekend. Tomorrow's Saturday. Saturday night's all right for fighting, but it's Friday and I'm in love. So we're going to get right this Friday night and we're going to get together and feel all right.
B, do you think you could squeeze a few more song lyrics into this?
I mean, I could try, but I have another reason that this is an amazing Friday.
Let me guess, some obscure Beatles song about Friday?
No, there are 5 Fridays in May, and every single one we're doing Old Forester Fridays, where we explore the offerings of one of Kentucky's most storied and hallowed distilleries.
You know, B, you might actually be onto something here.
Heather, I can talk about bourbon 8 days a week.
Oh, God, there it is.
Welcome back to Tortured Bourbon, where history tastes a lot like toasted oak and questionable decisions.
Yeah, this is our little but growing corner of the bourbon tube where we try to have a little fun, take the pretentiousness out of bourbon, and we like to learn a little bit along the way. And we like to share that with you. If it's your first time here, please click like and subscribe. We try to knock out about 3 shows a week, so hit the bell so you never miss an episode.
And while you're at it, follow us on all the socials. That's that Twitter thing or the X or whatever we're calling it now. Maybe the Instagram or the Insta or if it has
The
some
gram,
the gram.
IG.
Yeah, do that. And then if you're old like me and you still have Facebook, that's where it's at. So now that we've said all that to make you happy, because we know you manage the socials.
It's all for me.
Some of us do the work and some of us manage the socials.
Well, because some of us can't figure out the difference in their Instagram grid and their stories, so...
And some of us can't figure out how to use Adobe Premiere.
Some of us haven't tried because they have somebody to do that for them.
Well, there it is. I'm the whipping post. Now that we've beat me up thoroughly, where are we headed tonight?
We just complimented your skills.
Is that what we did?
That's what we did.
Yep. I got skills.
They're multiplying.
Nunchuck skills. Oh, wow.
Oh, in a different way. Okay.
All
right. Anyway, I thought we were song lyricing, you know?
You better shape up.
'Cause I need a man. But my heart set on you. All right.
Set on you.
So, speaking of going back in time,
yeah.
Tonight we are going back in time with Old Forester's Whiskey Row series. So these are 4 bourbons that are named after 4 moments in Old Forester's history. It's a little like drunk time travel, or did you ever watch Drunk History?
Yeah, a lot.
This is our version of Drunk History.
Yeah, except fixing the timeline, we're just aggressively sipping through it.
I mean, I can think of worse things to
Absolutely.
do. So tonight we're going to visit, like B said, we're visiting 4 different years. 1897, 1910, 1920, and 1924. Every one of these has a backstory.
No kidding.
Things happened in those years, guys. It's crazy. So some of them are kind of commemorating a government act, like the Bottled and Bond Act. And one is even an accidental warehouse fire. Accidental. But spoiler alert, there's a lot of drama here. More than a Real Housewives reunion.
Eh.
You don't know what? Do you get that reference?
Yeah, I never watched that show. It was horrible. I hate reality television.
I do too, actually. I despise reality TV. So before we dive into the tasting, we're gonna give Old Forester a little bit of love, and by that I mean a little history.
History with Heather.
Because that's love. So it was founded in 1870 by George Garvin Brown. Garvin. That's a name. Old Forester was actually the first bourbon sold exclusively in sealed glass bottles, which back then was kind of wild. Like, that was a big thing.
You went to your apothecary and you took the barrel and you just took your jug and...
whatever you brought.
Yeah, and usually what came out of that barrel was tobacco juice, spit, little ethanol.
Fermented a little bit.
Just whatever. So, they kind of set this whole trend of, we're going to bottle it and seal it and tell you what we're selling you.
Guys, this might actually not kill you.
Yeah, it's the Black Sabbath of bourbon. Loud and heavy, even before they plugged it in.
Oh.
I am Iron Man.
I mean, I personally see Old Forester and Black Sabbath compared routinely
All
online.
the time.
So
All the time.
Spot on there, B. Spot on. So Mr. Brown wanted people to trust what they were buying. So, like you said, no more sketchy stuff coming out of barrels that you had no idea what had gone into it.
Usually it was tobacco juice.
He wanted it to actually be whiskey going into sealed glass bottles. You know, the government doesn't always get it right. But in 1897, they said, y'all, this is one of those times we're going to tell you that we might know better than you. We're going to pass this thing called the Bottled and Bond Act. And Old Forester was actually kind of ahead of the game here. They had already implemented a lot of the standards that the Bottled and Bond Act was just going to codify. Mm-hmm. And so one distillery...
Codify. That was good vocabulary.
Thank you.
Codify.
You like that?
Yeah.
It's not
great.
quite viscosity.
No, but we're getting closer.
You know, it's there. It's close. It's in the realm.
Well, it's 1897. Women aren't there yet.
Yeah, we were too busy nursing our dumbass husbands back to help who drained stuff out of a random ass barrel with tobacco juice in it and drank it every day.
That would be moi.
Yeah, we're the only reason your lineage is still here.
Agreed. What's your point? Correct.
On that, we agree.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. No kidding.
So the Bottled and Bond Act shows up, actually makes things a little bit better. But Old Forester was kind of already sort of living in that vein. They had one distillery, one season, aging it a minimum of 4 years, and then it had to be in a government bonded warehouse, and then it had to be bottled at 100 proof.
Yeah, and to be clear, this is the first government issued Food and Drug Administration act. I mean, this predates the FDA. This is the first time in American history that the government steps in and regulates food, which is interesting.
Which
whiskey brought us there.
I was getting ready to say, how bad did it have to be that a government who had never regulated food and drink was like, hold up.
The whiskey's really
this
bad.
is a national crisis.
I mean, I get that you're getting fingers in your hot dogs, but let's talk about the whiskey.
God.
I mean, the FDA basically said, look, we love y'all. Stop poisoning yourselves.
We don't want our entire population to die.
Somebody's got to pay taxes.
So we went from the government caring about it and saying, hey, guys, we want to have some decent quality to, you know what, y'all? You can't handle privileges, so we're just going to take all of it away.
Yeah.
And there came Prohibition in 1920. Now, Old Forester was one of the only distilleries to survive because they were granted a license to produce medicinal whiskey.
If you can't see it, it's our new shirt.
Yeah, we have a new shirt. Medicinal whiskey
Medicinal
since
whiskey.
1920.
What's on the back? What's on the back of the top?
Tortured Bourbon. It looks just like that.
But it's right there.
But it's right here.
It's right there.
It looks really cool.
It's kind of like a tat.
It's just like that.
Like a little tattoo right there.
You don't know it. B and I both have tattoos on our backs. Tortured Bourbon.
Tortured Bourbon,
we
established.
Have this. Yeah.
Established,
Exactly
2024.
that. We do. Big.
Yeah.
It's like Ben Affleck's Phoenix tattoo. It's that big on B's back.
That's what it is.
You just don't know it.
Nope. You're never going to see it. This medicinal whiskey, that's like a doctor saying, take 2 bourbons and call me in the morning. My favorite doctor
That's the best doctor ever.
Can every therapist be like, you know what? Just take 2 cast strength bourbons and
I mean, y'all, not long ago, B had a heck of a kidney stone, and he did have a medical professional tell him, sir, off the record, go home, get a case of beer, and start drinking it. And you know what? Us good friends of his supported him in that and came over and drank with him in solidarity.
The kidney stone passed.
It did. So you know what? You know what that says, people? Drink a couple bourbons and call me tomorrow.
That's right.
All right. So the medicinal whiskey license kept them alive. And they're actually still owned by the same family today, which is pretty cool. And that brings us to the 4 different pours we are going to have tonight.
So, here we have the 1897 Bottled and Bond. Now, above this angel's head, where her halo rests, is our link to our Bottled and Bond series. Guess which in blind Bottled and Bond won our contest? Don't tell them, but it might be sitting on the barrel.
This was definitely a finalist.
That's right.
So check out our Bottled and Bond series and find out.
That's right. So it's 100 proof because it's bottled and bond. It's from one distillery, and it's a one distillery year, and it's 4 years minimum. Old Forester, they hang their hat on this bottled and bond.
So basically the government was like, no more bathtub bourbon. And Old Forester said, we're already not doing that.
Yeah, there you go.
And here you go.
Now, according to Old Forester, this one should taste like rich caramel, vanilla, roasted coffee, and spice. So basically, Miss Heather, this is liquid us. Shoot it into our veins and let's rock out. Because everything about that.
It is all the things we like.
I mean, yeah.
We made it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, put some caramel, some coffee, a
Ooh,
little
vanilla.
spice. Let's do it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Give it 100 proof and let's go.
LFG.
Breakfast of champions. Cheers. Let's see what we get.
Oh, man. That is darn near perfect. For the price point and the flavor profile.
And the quality.
And it just hits what it has to hit.
Yeah.
It has that, the rich caramel and vanilla is spot on.
Red right up front. That's what it is.
It's spot
and
on.
The coffee's on the breathe out. It's on the back.
Yep.
You get this pepper, and then boom, you get this spice, and then you get more spice than pepper, but you get the little hit.
Yeah.
And then the breathe out is that where you've taught me that the coffee kind of cocoa chocolate thing.
It's the espresso cocoa. Yeah.
And that's what's there, and that's what makes this fantastic. So, for as much as I fanboy a couple other bourbons, this is one of those that if you go in that you can't go wrong with. And you really can't go wrong.
You can't.
It's
consistent.
Yeah.
It's delicious. Again, for the availability and the price point, you can't beat it.
Yeah, and that's why we've tasted some bourbons that cost over $100 that we've said are, look, we can't rate them any higher than that Doggle Hunt. I mean, for what you're tasting versus what it is. But for what this costs, I mean, we've consistently said this is cock of the walk.
Yeah. It hits all the notes.
Yeah.
And for us, for some of you out there, it might be more of a hush your mouth. But for us, it's cock of the walk because it's such good quality for the price, and it hits some of our favorite flavor profiles.
And it's in a state like ours.
And you can find it.
It's on the middle shelf.
Yeah.
So it can play well above its price point. Now don't get me wrong. If we have a Gem of Kentucky from 2XO, we rate it cock of the walk. But you're also paying $200
over twice
a bottle,
as much. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. What does this come in?
This is under $50 a bottle.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's under $50.
And sometimes it's on sale for as low as $40. And I mean, at that point, this is a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
Because it's cheap enough at 100 proof cocktails. At 100 proof, drink it straight. Price, taste, aroma, the notes, it's a bourbon definer.
I don't have a criticism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why it's cock of the walk. Now, if this was $90, it would not be cock of the walk.
No, but it'd still be hush your mouth.
It would still be hush your mouth.
So we love to point out when we find things that's like, you can buy this, it's pretty affordable, and it's delicious.
But if you're looking for caramel, mocha, vanilla, with spice, with a nice finish. Now, it's not a 10-year, it's
decent
not a 12-year. You know, it's probably right at 4 years, but it gives you what you need. It's a great,
it's a quality buy.
Absolutely.
So back in 1910, a fire broke out on the bottling line in the warehouse.
Yep.
And so they said, we've got all this bourbon, it's ready to be bottled, but we can't because fire has destroyed all this stuff. So they stuck it back in the barrels while they fixed everything, which, hey, you know what doesn't hurt bourbon?
Longer in the
barrel. And so it became a happy little accident for them, and it created a new whiskey.
So this is double barreled. Mm-hmm. Now think about all the double
it's one
barrels.
Of the first double
think about it. So people make a really big deal about double barrel. Mm-hmm. This was double barreled in 1910.
Before it was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it comes in at 93 proof, and they tell us it's going to give us toffee, chocolate, cinnamon with a creamy mouthfeel.
That has a completely different aroma than the 1897. It has almost like a creamy, I can almost smell creamy.
So you're thinking this is more of dessert.
The cinnamon, coffee. All right, we're gonna have a little taste of this and decide if it's
and do
bourbon
notice
or
that they do spell this with a Y without the E. Whiskey.
Whiskey.
It's the Scotland.
It's the Scottish way.
It's not
Scottish
Scottish
way.
as crap.
All right, so let's give it a taste.
So the chocolate here is very pronounced.
Very pronounced. And the creaminess was spot on.
Upfront creamy. The mouth feels creamy. It's opposite of thin.
You know, I almost go from a quick toffee caramel into the dark chocolate espresso. Does that make sense?
Yep. Excuse me. The 1897, there's caramel, vanilla, and spice. This is a little more subdued.
Right, and I keep coming back to the mouthfeel. It's creamier. It is more. It's subtle. It's more subtle.
So dark chocolate is not compared to rye spice or baking spices or allspice. It's more subdued.
I'd agree with that.
And so here you're getting creamy, and it's 93 proof. It's smooth as can be.
So smooth.
Now, if you're not a chocolate fan, this is not for you.
No, it definitely has a...
No, I don't want a lot of people. Don't pick this up and think you're getting a Reese's Buttercup. That's not what I'm talking about.
No, if it tasted like a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup, that would be the only bourbon we would drink from now till the end of time.
Absolutely.
But
even the nose is giving you... It's giving you something different than the 1897.
Completely. It's like dessert. You said that earlier.
Yeah.
This is a great dessert bourbon.
For me, it's a hush your mouth because I like this flavor profile. I will drink this flavor profile. But to me, it's a hush your mouth.
It's a hush your mouth for me, too. The bottled and bond elevates up just the tiniest bit.
Well, just because it's quintessential.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, to use something we've used before, if an alien landed tomorrow and said, what is bourbon?
Yeah.
This is one of the ones we could give you, right?
Yeah.
And then we can go into expression.
We would give you wild turkey.
Yeah.
Probably rare breed too, honestly.
We'd give you rare breed. We'd give you Old Forester Bourbon Bond. This is stuff that's not. It's not bizarre, but if you want to say what is, at least in our age,
what is bourbon?
What is bourbon?
Yeah.
If you throw up there, the 1897, if you throw up rare breed,
everybody's going to agree with you. They're going to say, all right, yeah, that's a bourbon.
That's bourbon.
Yeah.
This is really good bourbon. And this has an interesting note to it. But I'm not saying that I wouldn't buy it and drink it, because let me assure you, we buy it and we drink it.
That is, you could sip that all day long.
Yeah. So now it's time for the heavy hitter.
And this is one, spoiler alert, this is one of our favorites.
We
always have a bottle on the shelf.
I love this. I'm not even going to lie. It's the 1920 Prohibition Style. Now, this is Old Forester just calling B up and being like, let's make your bourbon. So it's recreated for the stuff they sold under the medicinal whiskey license during the dry years. These shirts are available in multiple colors on our website. They're fantastic. Once again, yes, we make sure that they are the, what do we got?
Comfort colors.
Comfort colors. We love them. They're great.
They're soft and comfy and cute.
That's right. And it says medicinal whiskey. And on the back, you've got a little Tortured Bourbon symbol right where your tramp stamp would be. Now, it comes in at a healthy...
It's right your lower back.
Oh, never mind. Your high-end tramp stamp. And it comes in at a healthy 115 proof. And so, this is... It comes in...
happened to you?
Well, I mean, you get 193 and then 115, baby. Launch the missiles. I mean, we're ready. This is bourbon, baby.
You're like mad at it.
No, I'm not. I'm like, yeah. Man, 1920 Whiskey Row Series. Okay. This is a Pelham Blue Mustang 66.
Well,
that big steering wheel. It's got that big steering wheel.
No power steering.
No power steering.
When you turn, you're like...
Yeah, but the doors on you like grab you. I mean... And you know, no bucket seats. These are love seats. These are the love seats, right? I mean, this is what this is. This is what your grandpa sit back in the day, because he had a great prescription. And I'm telling you, I love 1920. Now the distiller says we should get dark cherry, chocolate, caramel, and spice, and I'm all about it. I can't wait. I'm going out after this. Theo and I are getting a 66 Mustang Pelham Blue, and we're gonna love it.
Y'all, this man is all kinds of jacked up and ready to go. So, what you getting on the smell? Like
someone lit a match in a chocolate shop. It is fantastic.
So a little melted chocolate.
Yeah, a little melted chocolate.
In all seriousness, little chocolate. Little caramel there too, though. I would say it's more of a milk chocolate than the 1910.
Agreed.
Yeah. You ready to taste it?
Absolutely. I'm not ready to taste it. Put this baby in drive and floor it. Play some Rolling Stones.
See, okay. Every time I have that end flavor is just so good.
According to the tasting notes on oldforester.com, the taste should be dark caramel coats layers of malt nuttiness and sweet graham cracker, all warmed by green peppercorn and coriander spice, brightened with a hint of cedar.
I will go with all of that but the cedar.
I don't know about that. I don't know about coriander either.
The finish should be tart apple crispness, which gives way to a long smoky finish full of toasted marshmallow,
Smoky finish.
chocolate,
Yep.
and graham cracker
See,
sweetness.
I feel like they would put too much there for a minute. That is spot on. That end part about the chocolate and the graham cracker and the toasted marshmallow. Yeah.
This is phenomenally good. I really liked your description of kind of a milk chocolate. Mm-hmm. But you got to think about that subtle, right?
Yeah.
When you watch some of these shows,
It's not a Hershey Kiss.
yeah, I think we got an answer to our price.
According to Wake County ABC, it is $59.95 a bottle.
Yep. So each one of these is going up a little bit in price. Now we're about to hit a massive jump. We'll talk about that in a minute. So this is a $60 bottle of bourbon.
Yeah, which I don't think either of us have an issue paying $60 for this.
No.
So what are you getting? What are your favorite flavor profiles in this? Because I know you love this one. I do too, but...
All right. So what I like about Prohibition Style, you can chew it. Mm-hmm. When you chew it, you get good mouthfeel. It does not start... The burn doesn't kick in, right? You get a nice milk chocolate, but subtle sweetness. Mm-hmm. Maybe a little that burnt caramel. Mm-hmm. But the finish to me is significant because
the finish is
it's this
excellent.
Cherry, oak, chew, burnt marshmallow,
vanilla.
Yeah. It's just, and here's the deal. It's 115
it's a cherry,
proof, right?
vanilla, graham cracker, marshmallow, oak, something.
So for most things, when we talk 115 proof, we start getting close to barrel strength. Mm-hmm. All right, maybe closer to 120. This packs a lot of punch.
It does, but it's not overwhelming.
No.
B and I recommend this one a lot to people.
Yeah.
Who
if you're above 100 proof drinker, this is one you can find on the shelf.
If you're not new in your bourbon journey, like we would never recommend this to somebody who is just starting out. But if you've already kind of been in it for a little while and you're ready to kind of level up your proof point, and we tend to recommend this one a lot.
I really like 1920 Prohibition Style.
We see why you made it, Old Forester, through Prohibition.
Yeah. And
I would have also taken this as medicinal during Prohibition.
I'm taking it as medicinal tonight. I mean, it's Friday night, ain't got nobody.
2 tablespoons.
Just got some money because I just got paid.
2 tablespoons of whiskey and call it a day.
For those of you who don't know, I like music.
That was his first love even before bourbon. Well, what are you ranking that, B? He's still chewing.
I can't rate it lower than the Bottle and Bond. I'm sorry, I can't.
No, it's a cock of the walk.
For $60.
It's a cock of the walk. The flavor profile is fantastic. The price, the quality.
Now, these Brown-Forman, we've done a lot of things about Brown-Forman. These are the same people who are making your Jack Daniels. Mm-hmm. They're making your Woodford Reserve. They make several other brands. They're making Old Forester. Now, you and I are not nuts for the regular Woodford Reserve.
It's fine.
It's fine,
yeah,
right?
It's fine.
We definitely are not nuts for Jack Daniels. We've
not our
tried.
preferred.
We've
No.
spent some money on some nice Jack Daniels.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. We're not knocking it. The
No.
quality's there.
No, and if
But
that's your
you
flavor
and I-
profile, have it.
You and I can drink Old Forester
all day.
all day.
All day.
From their 100 proof $29.95 bottle all the way up. Bingo. Anything in their Whiskey Row series and 100 proof and up, we love. All right, so props to a patron of us, of our show, for allowing
He
us
is
to
our
use
benevolent benefactor.
this 1924 because we've not been able to land it.
No.
We've not, and we want it. This is a 10-year Whiskey Row. Now, this bad boy, it costs twice what the most expensive other one does. This is hitting in the 115 on MSRP,
Whoopsie.
and then it goes up from there. Now, it's bottled at 100 proof.
Wake County sells it for $115.
That's
When you
right.
can find
yeah,
it.
and we've never seen it. We've never seen it. We want it.
No.
Now, this is the fancy older cousin that rolls into the reunion with a leather jacket and already has a podcast. What are we supposed to get on this
We
bad
are
boy?
supposed to get some cherry, graham cracker, baking spice, and a little seasoned oak. I definitely smell the cherry. Oh, the cherry's definitely there. A little spice, a little oak. So like you said, I'm interested to taste because we love the 1920 and it's still coming in at such a good price point.
Yep.
This one is not double, but getting up there. And let's see what we taste. All right, I need you to sing that cherry song you sing all the time. Cherry bomb.
Cherry bomb.
Hello, Daddy. Hello,
Hello,
Mom.
Mom.
I'm your cherry bomb.
I now know that song.
Now I know why the patron who supports us likes this. Because he's a cherry
He
guy.
likes cherry.
So he likes this. I know he
This
likes
has
this.
a massive cherry flavor.
The
what else?
burn is less.
It is less.
The
well,
rye
it's a lower
spice
proof.
is less.
It's a lower proof.
It's
than-
100 proof.
But it's less than the 1920.
Okay, fair, yeah. But it doesn't drink as high as the bottle and bond. In terms of heat
It is
from rye.
so smooth, but that's the 10 years in the barrel.
Yeah. Now, this is what I will say about their bottle and bond. At 4 years, they're bottling it. Right? The Heaven Hill is not being bottled at 4 years. The Heaven Hill is, that's right.
Yeah.
But they're bottling it 4 years and putting it on the shelf at a good price. This bad boy is sitting in a barrel.
For 10 years.
Yep.
B. That's solid.
It's beyond solid. This is, you walk into the prom and she's hot. Turning heads. It's like, how did he get her? So what are you going to rate 1924? This 10-year devil.
Can I
At
take
$115.
Can I take one more sip?
Yeah?
Old Forester brings through a lot of those consummate bourbon flavors, and this one does too. There's that caramel, there's vanilla, but this elevates it a little bit because it has that smoothness that the 10 years in the barrel brings.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
I just had more caramel.
Yeah, exactly.
The 1920 has more pepper.
All right.
The 1924 is more smooth.
It's smoother and it has a little more pronounced caramel.
That's cock of the walk.
I was going to say, if we rated 1920 cock of the walk, we have to rate that cock of the walk. There's no other choice.
Even at 115 bones, it is.
It's, yeah, I agree with that. You taste that it's set there for a little while. It's got that smoothness.
I'm not gonna pay a black market fee on it. I'm not gonna do that. But
No, I'll pay
but
MSRP.
I'll pay
though.
them. Oh yeah. And we're not sharing it. This whole crap. I want to introduce people to bourbon. Well, then
Not with this.
give them some
Early times. We have early
some
times.
early times over there. They have all they want.
benchmark.
Yeah, go
Have at
for it.
This one, it's so smooth and it all just goes together so perfectly. It just the flavor profile from start to
You know
finish.
who you are. Thank you for letting us taste this.
Yes, thank you. This was amazing. So if you had to rank really quickly because we are coming up on all kinds of
Barriers.
If you had to quickly go 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4,
God.
what would you do?
I didn't think anything was going to beat the 1920. But the 1924 beat the 1920. So I'm going to go 1924, 1920, bottled and bond, and then the 1910.
That's exactly what I was gonna do. But I think I don't think that's.
But we've been sitting here together.
It's
I mean,
also
that's
not
no
a controversial
shocker.
opinion. I think a lot of you, if you trace them, we go with that ranking. Yeah.
But all of them.
Not a one
All
of
of
them
them
was a
are
dud.
above the middle shelf.
Not a one of them was a dud. Not even a little bit.
The only one that's difficult to find.
What's that one? Well,
Is
if
that
we
one?
ever do, we both have an agreement. We just buy it, and then we tell the other one we got it. If they let us.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, these others, though, it's like they took the 1920 and smoothed it.
They took the 1920 and they aged it a little longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I agree with that.
Would make you cherry bomb. If you've never heard of the Runaways, now's a good time to look them up. You got to think late 70s, Vegas Strip, first rock girl band of any substance, and had two amazing future stars in it, Lita Ford and the amazing Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member, Joan Jett.
I knew that one. Anyway, so speaking of Joan Jett and being a complete rock star.
Oh my God, you have... No one has ever been... I mean... No one believes in rock and roll the way Joan Jett believes in rock and roll, and I will leave it at that.
Okay. We've talked about it on this show before, actually. You might have cut it, but we have had that conversation
I have not cut
before.
it. Joan Jett believes in rock and roll.
I think this bourbon's kind of rock and roll. On that note, guys, though, guess what? This is only part 1 of a 5-part series on Old Forester.
If you're still watching, we love you.
Heart.
Heart.
And if you love Old Forester, stay tuned.
Could you please leave a comment about what you like about Old Forester? Maybe you
I'll
want
respond.
a medicinal whiskey t-shirt.
You should get one.
You should.
You totally should. But until our second installment of Old Forester Fridays, cheers, y'all.